fun.
Oh, it will be.
That was good though. I gotta look at the time. Oh. Are we going? All right, Teresa, we're going. Okay. We're going, everybody. Teresa has a huge pile here of stuff she's going to show us today. And we're continuing our Shape Up Week. And I don't know who set this up back here in our classroom, but I absolutely love it. So if you did this over the weekend, let me know or put a little message in. Someone did a really nice job back here of setting up our little Shape Up. And we actually have some exercise equipment now. Teresa, do you want to demo? Or we're going to be working out. We're going to be working out. Oops. Make sure you show the poundage. Yes. So see how good Teresa is? She's working it. It's 1,000 pounds, everybody. So we promise you didn't have to really exercise or wear your workout clothes or anything like that. But I guess we are having a little bit of a workout. Yes. So. And it does not want to stay. It's so heavy. It's so heavy. It's rolling off the table. But it's Monday, and we're happy you're here. We're happy Teresa's here. Yeah. It's a great day, and today she's going to be shaping up. Yes. With the vintage labels from Tim Holtz. Is that what they're called? It is. It is the vintage labels. They're like the framed tags, but I thought they might have called them framed labels. I know. But they're called vintage labels. They're $22.99. $22.99. So we're going to do that today. We've got some new stuff to show you, and we've got our big sale that started. Yeah. So we should we just walk around that a little bit? We can show you a little bit about what's on sale. We can, I don't know, should we just take a little, Teresa. If you're still working on your COVID, we've got this cute COVID mask. Or if you're maybe a medical person too. Oh yeah. The smiley face. A lot of our hospitals here in the Des Moines area have started implementing the mask policy again. So we have a lacrosse stamp set. We have washi tape. Most things are 50% off. We've got a lot of Sizzix Expand-A-Paste. So if you were wanting some Expand Paste from Sizzix, we've got Nouveau drops. What's that, Teresa? We're going to highlight. A paper pack. Paper pack called Cherish from Photoplay. Just really pretty. It's got pretty colors. It's kind of a homey. Oh, it has Happy Mother's Day on it. It's kind of a springy. Best aunt ever. Oh. It's kind of, grandma. It's kind of woman-focused. You know, I sent my aunt a Happy Mother's Day card. Oh, that's nice. So, and then I like this giant trophy. It's probably about 12 inches tall. Wouldn't that be fun on a page if your team won a trophy? And that's the Delusions Journal block. So everything we're showing you so far is half off. And this is all online. If you go to memorybound.com and go to shopping and then go to our clearance section, which is way at the bottom. We might have to move it up. Some Halloween ephemera. There's our Steve Duncan Halloween. Ooh, here's a punch, a wedding punch. That's cute. So there's a lot of stuff. We've been scouring the store because, as you know, there's a lot of stuff coming in. 49 and Market's release will probably be here in about a week. Paper packs? Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, look at this doodlebug. Wow. A bundle. Oh, there's 2 bundles. So what are those normally? Because it says it's an $88 value. $39.99. So $39.99. So it'd be $20. So any of our Doodlebug fans, or if you just want something really cute and fun to work with. Yeah. Robin says their South Dakota State Jackrabbits won the football national championship yesterday. They're going to need to get some football things. Sorry, Kelly, I'm shopping. Yeah, Teresa hasn't looked at anything yet, so she's shopping. She's a little. There's the catch of the day from Graphic 45. Yeah. And we've got the Simple Stories. A page kit. Page kit. And then show that music box collection from Creative Craft or Country Craft Creations. That's got a lot of really good vintage papers. Oh, nice. Which would be good for even Valentine's Day. And we've got our barn made out of chipboard that you can make. It'd be a fun project, maybe for some kids. We've got the, what is this one called? Wild?
Wild and Free
from Graphic 45. It's a newer collection. That's all half off. Lots of paper. That's either 33 cents or 49 cents.
Nice.
And then we'll just scan through here. Oh, they want to know what those craft albums are back on the table, Teresa, if you want to grab one. So you'll find all of this, or most of this, online in our clearance section.
Looks like it's a little flip. It's a chipboard flip.
Like a waterfall. It's a Frank Garcia album, and it's got room for you to add things in the other side of the album. It's a landscape, and it's normally $19.99, so it would be $10.
That's nice.
We've got more Nouveau drops. Oh, Teresa, I don't think we can get it all shown. So if you see something that you want us to stop by. Oh, we've got all these flower dies from Spellbinders. Those dimensional flowers that everybody loves. So we've got Christmas things. We've got those little
raccoon
Ranger
stickers.
I'm not sure who that is. Is that Ranger Rick? Teresa's checking it out.
It doesn't say. Ranger Rick. Yeah, it says under his name.
So there's Ranger
I don't know who
Rick
that is.
stickers.
Do you know who that is?
I've heard of him, but I couldn't tell you much about him. I couldn't do a biography or anything.
Okay. Here's some more dies and stamps and
Downton Abbey.
There's a nice tag stamp.
That's from Impression Obsession. What's the regular price on that, Teresa?
$13.99.
$13.99, so $7. We can do really fast math here.
Yeah.
When you do half off, it makes it a lot easier.
Some little buckets. I have one of those.
You have a little bucket?
You know, I put my stamp cleaner in it, and I can always find it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's on my table.
That's a great idea.
I know.
So anyhow, we got a lot of things on sale. We got a lot of things coming in. So check it out. Find some bargains. And the other thing is, other than the things that are on sale, we have some brand new things to show in from Doodlebug. And we don't have everything back here. I just realized. So we can show the clipboards, and then we'll have to go up and show the rest. It's called Day to Day, this new collection from Doodlebug, and they have these big clipboards, and they're probably about 14 by 14. They come in lots of fun Doodlebug colors, including white, black, and craft. And Chris got the calendar kit, which we'll show you. We have to go to another place. And she set it all up so she's ready to go for 2023.
Oh, so you put the stickers on.
Yeah, you put the stickers on, and it's got the month sticker, and then you can decorate it with other little stickers. And you can write things in. You can put this up on display, and then when you're done with the year, Teresa, you could put it all in a scrapbook.
That's pretty cool.
12 by 12 books. So here's the clipboards.
And they show they're $12.99. Oh, that's a good price. Here they show you could put little pictures on your little 2x2s, I'm assuming, on there. Stickers, you can hang scrapbook pages. That's what I like to do.
I think that would be really neat. This would be neat to have in the store here that we could.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Hang up displays. It's called Clip Art clipboards.
Oh, the colors.
And you're going to find those online if you go to shopping and go to new. And Peggy said she's the same thing. She's going to put them on her wall and display her layouts.
Yeah.
And I really thought $12.99 was a very good price.
It is. It is.
So let's look at these pink fresh little gems, which are new, and they're very sparkly.
They are, and they're like super.
They're $4.99, and they're in a nice little Ziploc bag. They're flat. Oh, they are really thin.
Very nice.
And they're flat on one side. So especially if you want to add gems without a lot of bulk, this would be a great way to do it. And we have more colors coming.
Or a shaker card, maybe, because they're so sparkly.
Yeah, I think it could be shaker or just a embellishment. All right, we're going to run up to the Doodlebug area so you can see the rest of the new calendar things. So we are making room. We have collections coming in from Echo Park that are on order, and Simple Stories, and of course, as you know, 49 and Market.
Oh, there's a stamp too.
I know. I had
to
stop.
Stopped.
I had to stop here because this looks so nice. Rhonda set this up. These are the rub-ons, the film strips, and the tickets, all from 49 and Market, and they're in their basic colors. and it just looks amazing when you walk in the door. Okay, so here's the rest of the calendar collection.
Okay.
So this is what Chris had on her clipboard.
So you get all the colors, and then you get the stickers for the months and the number stickers.
So everything
for
you need.
$26.99. That's nice.
And then there's 2 different calendar kits you can get for like baby's first year.
Oh my gosh.
So it's going to have the same, I think you get 12 papers, and you get kind of a doodly sticker sheet that you can decorate with, and you get your months and your numbers. And
they put it on the front. It's $32.99. I'm looking for the price. It's right there.
Well, those were hanging backwards, so that's probably why.
Okay.
So
there's the girl one, and this one's the boy one. And there's the color. So you get yellow, greens, and blues with the boy and the girl. You get some green and pink and orange. Pretty.
They're very nice. And you know, it's so fun to keep when our daughter, now she's 30 now, but instead of a baby book, we had a calendar. So you could mark all their firsts. And I don't know if you could write all that on there and put pictures and do your monthly picture.
This is a calendar stamp. So if you prefer to stamp, then you can do that. Or
How
we
much
sell
was that, Teresa?
Oops, I forgot. $14.99.
$14.99. This is
Or
all
we have
day to day.
The number stickers for $5.99 and the days of the month for $4.99. Or the month.
The days of the month. The days of the month. The months
of the year. That's it. I'm like, what?
Monday.
I'm saying it wrong, but I don't know how to say it.
That comes in 2 different fonts.
Oh.
So you can get 2 different fonts with the months of the year. And we have blank calendar sheets.
That's
so
perfect.
we should grab one of those in our calendar section. Okay, Diana says wants to know how do we order from you, and we don't have our linker today, and then at the bottom we have blank calendars.
This is a nice one because this shows you all the days for 2023.
Oh, so you could use that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of these. I just like it.
So Diana,
the date's important to
you
me.
can order from us real easily if you go to memorybound.com, and then there's a tab on the front page called shopping, and you can click on the shopping tab and set up a little account. It's pretty easy, and then you can place your order, and we ship same day typically. So we ship same day, or we can hold it for pickup, or you can hold your orders and ship them together. And Teresa, I was thinking about that one on the bottom.
Yeah, we have these little ones for $1 that are super cute. People use on their desks.
Nice for journaling or on your desk.
Yep, I've put them on pages before.
And then you can circle the date on your page.
Oops.
And here we do have blank calendar pages if you wanted to do that with the Doodlebug stickers.
Or we have this one that has the month on it.
That's
from PhotoPlay.
Nice. It's already printed on there.
Yep.
So we have a whole section when you do go to memorybound.com and then go to shopping. There's a whole section on calendars, and you'll
look
find
what else
all
is
of
in
this.
here.
Oh,
Your memory
there's
bound.
our journal.
I've started using mine.
Oh, have you really?
Yes. Well, I put what I've done.
So
yes.
you can remember. That's a
I
good
even put a
idea.
picture in it.
Oh, Teresa, you need
I'm
to
going
bring
to keep
that.
track.
You need to bring that.
Well, it only has one in
Once
it.
you have a few.
Yes, I
after
started in
today or
January.
the next few weeks.
Yeah, there's other stamps too. With numbers. Those are. Ooh, I like those. Elizabeth Craft does nice
and simple
numbers.
stories. I guess when we're talking calendars, aren't
Yep.
we? We're going all out.
Yep.
So,
simple stories. Did you already say this one?
uh-uh.
Has this nice set, Life Captured.
Well,
it has a sheet for every month, and then you get a sticker sheet.
And we have a whole. We have an album made
Yep,
up. We have an
the
album
Life
kit.
Captured.
We should just show that on our way back to the classroom.
I keep thinking about getting this one.
You're going to do this one?
It looks nice.
Janine made this up for us.
She did.
It's from Simple Stories. It's designed by Simple Stories.
Because really, you only need like 1 or 2 pictures a month. I mean, I take that many every day, so.
You pick out your favorites, and you can journal and just keep track of what went
some
on
highlights.
in the year.
Yeah.
So welcome, viewers. We have a lot of people watching this morning. I hope we can live up to everybody.
You're making me nervous.
In January, we decided we were going to do a thing called shaping up. So we're doing shapes. Oh, Teresa's jogging and everything. So instead of going to the gym, you can come to Memory Bound's morning videos.
Oh,
and
that
we'll help you
sounds
shape
good.
up. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And then go have a donut afterwards.
There you go.
That's what my friends and I, it's been a few years, we took Zumba classes.
Yeah.
And kickboxing. They were separate classes.
Oh my gosh.
And then we went and had ice cream or donuts afterwards. Because you felt like you could do it that way. You know, you've burned a few calories, and it worked out pretty well. So welcome, everybody. We're so happy that you're here with us today. Lori just did some linking for us, so thank you, Lori. Oh. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Teresa's got some shaping up with the Tim Holtz Vintage frames, and they're in lots of different shapes, so we're going to have lots of shapes today.
So I used a variety. I said I used rectangles, ovals, circles, and labels. That's what I'm going to call. I'm going to call this a label instead of a rectangle. It's a rectangle, but
we'll let you.
Yeah.
We'll let you.
And we're going to show how you get the lines, the edging on those. But I also wanted to show, so those are $22.99. And then we have the framed tags, which are very similar. And I used on one of my tags that I made. And then the new one that Tim has is the wood slice. And that's $24.99.
And there you have a shape,
and
heart in a circle.
I made that one last week, I think, when I showed the Tim Holtz stuff. And so this also has the inking on it.
And Teresa, speaking of Tim Holtz, Letha said, oh gosh, I got to find her comment now. Things are going through too fast. She's anxious for the Tim Holtz Live, which will be this Saturday.
Yes, Saturday.
And she says, my Tim Holtz friends were getting antsy waiting for his live, so I told them to come here.
There you go.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And Michelle's here from Southern California, so everywhere, here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We so appreciate your support and watching us and coming to our studio this morning, our TV show, whatever you want to call it. I always chuckle at that. But tell us what you got, Teresa, with your vintage labels.
Well, I'll start with my Easter card.
Oh, my gosh.
No, this isn't a card. This is a tag. So this one I did use the frame tags, and you get 3 sizes. This is the large size. So you can see normally when you cut a tag, you don't have this, and it kind of embosses it with the ink. It puts the ink right around the edge. You don't have to do that, but I really like it. I think it's fun. It gives you, it grounds it a little bit sometimes.
Kind of looks like letterpress.
Yeah, it's kind of like a letterpress.
So that's the difference between these tags, is that they actually emboss a border and cut out the tag.
Yeah, and I did one without the inking, but other things that I used on this are the new bunny stitched, which I just love. And you can see, I didn't put any stitching on this one.
No stitching.
It's called stitching, but I did cut it out of some wool that I had, or you could use felt. And if you have the plate, what's it called,
I don't know.
I'm blanking. When you have a delicate frame.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you might have to go back and forth a few times with your...
For the bunny, you might have to?
Okay. If you're using it on felt or wool.
Oh, felt or wool, okay.
To cut through it. I just went through like 4 times. I went back and forth, and then he cut out. And then I did put him on. The shadow is just regular paper. And then we have this really cool stencil. You guys know I like the minis.
I think I'm going to have to get your precision plate. Anna helped us out.
Oh, yes, thank you.
See, when
my gosh.
You made me think about it too much.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Like,
I'm sorry.
What's it called? What's it called? All right, thanks, everybody. Thanks for covering for us.
The Janet would have, if she was here.
Yeah.
The precision plate is for delicate images, but I use my precision plate too if I'm going to cut
like a felt
or something with the thin dies, because the thin dies aren't really made to cut fabric or something like that. So you can get it to work if you go back and forth. And I even, you can see it cut the little teeny pieces out. So
basically you're saying use the precision plate if you're cutting out felt.
Yeah. I think that helped.
And you know what? We have a couple packages of the Sizzix felt, and they're actually on our sale.
Oh, are they?
So people can go online and find them on sale.
All right, so this is the stencil that I used, and I really like this set.
What's it called?
Well,
we're asking you. It's just a number.
Yeah, it's set number 53.
So it's 53.
Yeah, he numbers each one individually, and then he numbers the set. And this is the one, you know, and the nice thing about the tags is it goes right over, but I actually flipped it upside down because I wanted mine on the left side, and I switched it over because I wanted it all the way to the edge.
Flip your stencil if you want a different look.
Yeah, and I like the flowers, and this one I used on another card you'll see in a minute. But so I used this one, and then I did use the oval, and I used the big oval on this one, and I stamped Got Candy. And then, if you can barely see it, we don't have any of these stamps right now, but we've got them on order. This one is called Spring Shadows. I'm going to take it out of this package because I'm just going to take it off because this is my favorite.
Take it off.
This is my favorite splat stamp that Tim has. And Spring Shadows, I think it came out last year. So it's a splatter,
but you don't have to splatter.
Or it might be 2 years.
Couple years, maybe.
And so I just did that with my stamp, and then I didn't have to splat.
And it's all splattered.
Yeah. So there's my oval with the gray around it, and then I stamped.
It's really cute, Teresa. I don't think I would have even thought to do that for your background or those colors. I think you did a nice job. Now, and I just figured out, because I like to be kind of logical.
Yeah.
But on the vintage labels, you have 4 squares, and then you have 3 sizes of all the others.
Yep.
Oh, and there it is.
Yeah, you have an extra square. I don't know why. Maybe because they could fit it in.
Maybe because there was room.
There's lots of different sizes, so you can usually find one. You know, these are really good. I intended on making a scrapbook page, and maybe I'll get it done and show it later in the week. But
okay.
These will be good for scrapbooking. I was thinking the date, to do a date stamp on this one in particular.
So that would be this one here.
Can you grab the felt that's on sale over there on the wall? All right, so that was the first tag that I made.
Thanks, Chris. So here's the Sizzix felt, and I don't think this is wool necessarily, is it, Teresa?
No.
Have you used this? But
it's just felt.
We've got the pastel colors, and it's $5.99, so I think it's a whopping $2.50.
Yeah.
So it is on sale.
It's good to have. I like to have it on hand, but I'm a sewer, so I like my fabric anywhere that I can get it. All right, here's another guy. I'll just show this one because this is the one that I used the dots from that same set. And this is one of Tim's. I
had no idea you used the dots on
Yeah, this is Tim's new Gentleman die for $23.99. And I think that I'm going to make a lot of masculine cards with these guys. And it's after Christmas, so I have thank you cards to make, and I make thank you cards for my son so that he can send them out too. And I just thought, this looks like he's just tipping his hat and saying thank you.
Thank you.
And so I really like that. But I just used the stencil, and I did use oxide on this so that you can see the green shows more of a true color green. This is the Rustic Wilderness. But when you use your labels, your vintage labels, you need to use your archival ink, or the ink will not stick onto the metal die. Well, so there is a Rustic Wilderness. That's why I picked that color, because I could match.
You had both.
I had both colors.
So what Teresa's saying is that you put ink on the die, and she's going to show us that.
We're going to show you that.
You put ink on the die, and then you cut it, and then the die gets pressed into the paper. So, Teresa, I'm amazed at how many people are watching us today. I feel a lot of pressure right now.
Okay.
We have to do a really good
All right,
job.
We'll be sharp.
Yeah, we'll be real sharp.
The paper that I used, I'm still using my Simple Life 6x8 paper pad that I love for scrapbooking and for making cards. So this is a nice...
good colors.
Yeah, good colors, good masculine colors. It's good for home. If you guys have seen, we have a card kit with this.
Katie did a demo with that where she made a crate with their family
Oh,
photos,
yeah,
and that
she
was
did.
perfect for that.
It was. And then the other thing that I'm just really liking right now, because I have 3 paper packs that I'm using a lot of.
So you'll see these.
Yes. And Simple Stories, I'm just really liking it because it's kind of embarrassing. Because I keep...
is that all your
This
color
is
vibe?
the color vibe. And so I just go through and I just pull out the colors because the color vibe is made to match
their paper.
Yeah. And so you don't have to fight it to find the right color. And then, of course, I have one of my
Your little
little
ones.
scraps. These are all my scraps.
So color vibe is, we call it kind of the solids or the cardstock from Simple Stories.
Yeah.
And one side, just show us one side is somewhat solid and the other side has got little dots.
These are the 2 colors that I used. I used the gray and then the charcoal. Okay. This one was a little bit
look good.
lighter. And so you don't, it makes it super easy to match. And I just seem to keep buying colors.
Well, it's
More
nice that you
colors.
keep your color vibe all together
Yeah.
like that.
Well, it just makes it easier when I'm working on a project. I love Simple Stories, and so instead of going to my regular cardstock, I go to that folder, and then I know that I'm going to find something that matches, and I don't have to worry about it.
Wait till everybody sees what's shipping from Simple Stories next month.
Lots of good stuff.
We're ordering. Speaking of Simple Stories, I can't
Yes.
help but put a plug in.
I know. Okay. Oh, I'll show this one too, because this was the same paper pack, the Simple Life. And of course, I used the Funny Farm stamp, Kelly.
It's our favorite.
And you know, I don't use the sheet very often.
He's good for thank you, though.
He is, and I have cut my my words off of my thing. I know you don't have to do that, but you can stick them back together again. But this one is the big rectangle here, and then I used some of the label sizes. So I used the big
for
one.
your embellishments. Okay,
Yep, for
good
my
idea.
strips of paper. And this is the card that I guess I didn't use the small one. I used these 2. And I just cut out pieces out of the paper pack, and then I just laid them around until I got what I liked. Oh, I did use the little one. The thank you.
Okay.
And so I didn't, I don't know if you can see, can you see the embossing on that one maybe?
Yes, I got it
A
now.
little
We can
bit,
see
yeah.
it.
So it adds a little bit of texture to it. On the pattern paper, maybe not so much. You can see it a little bit, but you can still stamp over it. My thank you, I was real careful to get it right in the center there. But you don't have to ink it if you don't want to. So you can cut, you know, these shapes out of pattern paper, and I thought that they were super cute.
I know, but I didn't think about, because I do like to layer things like that, but I never
Yeah.
thought about cutting a bunch of the vintage labels out of the same paper.
Yeah. And then back to my stitched. You guys, I think I'm going to use this heart on like every card.
She really likes
because that little heart and the X's, you know, instead of using gems or something, I use gems and things sometimes, probably not as much as Katie and Kelly do, but I just like little X's.
Just little embellishments.
And so
little
they
highlight.
have that, yeah, in there. And of course I had to do 3, but I just love that little heart. One, because it's layered, and it's just kind of a vintagey, stitchy
It's a
look.
good shape, too.
Yeah, it is. So again, that's my color vibe paper, 2 pieces out, so it matches perfectly. Made it easy on myself.
And if you are shopping online with Memory Bound and you go to the Simple Life, the color vibe is listed in the same category. So
Okay.
if you want to match up some color vibe, you can go ahead. Or they have solids that go with it too.
Yeah,
that aren't really
I'll show
solids.
that when I
They're
show
kind of-
I've got an example of
Okay.
that I'll show. All right, so this one.
Oh my, here we go, ready for Valentine's Day.
I'm getting ready for Valentine's Day. This one's called Heart Eyes, and it is so cute. And we have everything in this line. This is the 6x8, which you guys know I like to get. And it has coordinating paper. These are color vibe. I don't think the black is maybe, but the pink and the red are. And so what I did on this one is I used the circle and the rectangle
Teresa,
to make
that
X
is so
and
creative.
O. I thought that was kind of fun. And then I'm going to be using this stamp. I used it last week, I think, on a card, but I'm going to be using, this is Cupid's Sweetheart from Photo Play, and I'm going to be making more Valentines, and I think Penny's going to be doing some coloring.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see
I'm
that.
anxious to see that too.
And it's $15.99. And so I just stamped, I was so excited because this little circle fit right inside.
Oh, that is perfect.
So first I cut it out and inked it, and then I stamped there, and then the February 14th. And they do have a number. They have me and you, will you be mine, that'll fit right inside the circle. You could do the heart or the XOXO. But I took the XO, I'm like, what can I put on there? And I could have put these words, but the XOXO, because I was doing
Because you're doing XO?
I'm like, oh, that's a duh.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, goodness. XO.
And that stamp set does have a coordinating die, too, if you want to
Oh, it
get
does.
the die.
Yeah, I didn't bring that because I didn't use that. I used my circle and rectangle. But so I just stamped red, black in there, and it turned out pretty cute, I thought.
It is cute. And that's a card you know, a lot of Valentine cards are kind of lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
But that's one you could send to anybody.
This is just hugs and kisses. Yep, definitely. So there you go.
And she made that with the labels. I'm going to get up close here to show you can't really see the embossing on the camera, but they are embossed where that pink is.
All right. The next two cards, I used the new winter line from Simple Stories called Winter Woods, the 6x8.
You're like a Simple Stories girl today.
I know, but I really love these paper packs, and we have lots of them in stock, and so I'm like, okay, I'm going to use that. That's what we have.
Well, it is beautiful.
Yep, that's $7.99. And then what Kelly was talking about before is they have some basic papers. So these aren't the vibe. They come with the collection, and so they match as well.
And you can get those individually, or you can get them in a pack.
Yeah.
And I don't think you really save anything by getting in a pack.
No, but
that way you have them all.
You have them all, yeah. And sometimes we run out of the individuals.
Yes.
So you can see how nice the...
That's a beautiful color, that pink.
It's not a solid, so these are especially good for scrapbook pages, I think, because sometimes a solid, you start to get bored a little bit with a solid. So I like a little bit of texture or movement.
On the background.
Yeah. So it's really nice that they do that.
That pink is gorgeous.
Isn't it pretty? It's kind of a corally, I don't know. So this card, I went back to the rectangles. Oh, and one of the things that I did is I used, excuse me, the cut-aparts. So in the paper packs.
Okay.
There's my gentleman from my card last week.
Her leftover gentleman.
Where are they? So they've got the cut-aparts. And so I just found a cut-apart that fit Warm Winter Wishes. I thought that was good, and I just cut it out.
So you just cut out a cut-apart.
Yep.
And I think, was it Katie that did that previously?
Did she do that too?
I don't remember who it was, but I was like, wow, I never thought to die cut a cut-apart, but I'm going to do it now.
Yeah, so that one worked out really well with the large rectangle, and I did ink the edges, and you're using the archival ink, so the brown showed pretty good on that one. And then on this one, I think I used speckled egg, and then I used the brown on the pink. And I
just
stamped
that little stamp right under between those. It's just a nice little element.
So that one is from one of his new sets, the Eccentric.
And that has
$29.99.
Lots of stamps on
I really like these because you can find just the perfect
little filler.
Little filler. It doesn't really mean anything.
So is this from that also?
Yep, right up here.
So up here in the corner.
Yep, I did stamp the January, February, the cooler months. You know, they've got a list here, and I'm like, okay, which months do I want? So I just inked those and stamped that. And then here's this little circle down here. And these are just, you know, you wouldn't have to stamp all this stuff on it, but I think it just adds to it. So
it would be interesting to see with and without it.
Mm-hmm. It just adds a little bit, I think. Teresa. So there's a little circle that I stamped right down there. And then, you know, you guys, you got to use what you have, right? So this paper had like pinks and, where's my paper pack? I just want to show them the base if I can find it. Maybe I'm not going to be able to find it.
Well, while you look for that, we had a question.
Yeah.
About your favorite stamp set with this, that you use the little splatters. Do you?
Oh.
And that's right here. I'll grab it. I'll reach over, Teresa, but I don't think I can because I'm going to knock all your stuff off.
I'll get it.
It was Spring Shadows is the name of it, and we'll show it here in a second.
Honestly, I must have used
Don't you get
here.
two? There it is. Don't you get two of everything in the paper pads?
So here's the background paper that I used, and I could see that there was a little bit of that corally pink in it, which I liked. Here, it's this color up here, and some
kind
blue.
Of
and so that's what, yeah, that's it, mauve.
I think it's more of a mauve.
And so this is the stamp set that comes with the paper pack. It's called Winter Woods 4x6 stamp.
Okay, it's called Winter Woods, which is a good name.
Yeah. Anyhow, it has these really nice
they're like broken up distressed snowflakes.
Yes, and for backgrounds,
which is what is on this paper.
Yes. So I took some I didn't write what color I used.
And this stamp set, believe it or not, Teresa, has been retired. It is sold out in Simple Stories.
But we have a lot of them.
We loaded up when we heard it was sold out. We got it from somebody else.
I used Frosty Friends last week, but I'm going to be using it more. But you can see here and here and here, I stamped extra pink because I had this pink. I actually stamped snowflakes on the ticket. You can't really see it, but I did stamp them here and here because I wanted a little more pink or coral.
So you're saying take this paper and then stamp it with those snowflakes because they look the same. They're kind of distressed. And then you can add more brown or pink or blue or whatever you want. Okay, so going back to the question we had earlier, the stamp set that Teresa uses for splatters is called Spring Shadows. And we have this coming. It'll probably be here Friday or Monday, depending on how things are going with our...
Yeah, it's super cute.
So that'll be coming.
I use that Got Candy on my...
oh, that's where you got Candy.
That's where that came. Now, that Got Candy, he also put in a Halloween stamp.
Yeah, I remember that.
So look at your stamps. I couldn't believe that he put the same words on two stamp sets, and of course I have them both.
Maybe he forgot.
No, I don't think he did. I think he likes candy so much that's why it's there twice.
Well, it works for both holidays.
It does.
And that's a really neat card. Oh, and you got brought back in your birds.
Yes, we are out of the silhouette birds, but I love these guys. And
if you want the birds, you can let us know. We've got an order going into Sizzix. So.
Yep. And then this is just a little branch from...
Is that just something
that's from the Modern Festive. We don't have any of these, but I know a lot of you ordered these.
Yeah, and there's a lot of branches that you can get.
You could use whatever you have. And I did put some glossy accents on it, and I used my glitter mister, and I sprayed some glitter on there. And I sewed it. And the background is the color vibe and the dot side. I don't use the dot side very often, but I thought it just added something to the card. I like the layers and the texture, and so
it's really neat, Teresa. It's a really nice composition. I like it a lot.
It turned out good. And I really haven't done a lot of layering like that with die cuts, and so these two cards, I was like, oh, I got to do that more often.
And lots of shapes.
Really liked
good shapes.
Good shapes. How it worked out. All right, this one is oval, and ovals are quite a challenge for me because all I think of is Easter eggs when I see ovals.
Nobody wanted to do ovals on our shape week.
Yeah. And then I used them twice, Kelly. See? But they are good. If you're tired of rectangles, they're a good shape for a sentiment.
Exactly. That's what I discovered.
Yeah. And this Sending You Happy Vibes is just from it's a photo play stamp. So you just need to look for, you're going to have a lot of stamps that are going to fit in that section. And this is the Winter Woods again. I used some of the wood grain and I inked it up. And this little It's kind of a snowflakey background.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I did use the Brushstrokes Flowers Mini. And these are lots of little layers and layers on the flowers. I used, I think, these are 2 different flowers, and then these little teeny ones are right
They're
here.
really great fillers. I've been starting to see a lot of makes with this, and our sales rep said that was going to be one of the top sellers, the mini flowers.
And there's some good, I always like these little things with
the little
beads
circle
or
or
buds.
on the
I guess
end,
they're supposed to be buds. Yeah. And I really like, because I like something to stick out. So I've got 2 of those, and then there's a variety of leaves, and I kind of covered them, but I just layered them. And then I don't know if you can see, Kelly, but I did splat it. It was looking a little...
So she splattered it with white paint, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can see it. Maggie would be proud of you, Teresa.
I know. It was looking a little flat, I guess. I don't know. Even though I layered the flowers, I thought about popping it up, but then I didn't want to do that, and so then I just splattered it with paint, and then I was happy with how it looked.
It looks good. I
A
like
little more
splattering
vintagey
too.
Yeah. All right.
And you're so right about ovals. That's what I discovered, that they're great for sentiments.
Yeah.
Because usually a sentiment is kind of wider than it is tall, and that's what
Yes.
helps them fit better.
Yes, it does. It does. So, okay. So
All right,
I'm going to
great
show you.
cards, Teresa. Now,
Thank you.
now you're going to show us how to do the labels, right?
Yeah. This over here.
Teresa
So I've
has a
got
little
my
bit.
little
You have a little
sidekick.
bit of tape on your sidekick.
I
there,
do.
Teresa.
I do. I just leave some on there.
Yes, I would agree that you do that.
Just so I can just peel it off and stick it down if I need to. Oh, I wanted to show something else, Kelly, because I saw that these
good, and
are
we have
on
a
sale.
question.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yeah, those are on sale.
Oh, it's caught on my watch. These are called the I have no idea what it's called.
I think it might be up here. It's the small tool storage case
The
from Tim
small,
Holtz.
yes.
And they're 25% off. They're normally, I think, is it $16.99? $16.99.
Yeah.
We had gotten a double order of those in, so we're putting them on 25% off. And Teresa actually has hers
And
here.
they're super nice.
And that's what she brings.
I can
And I
tell you,
love.
I can't
love
believe
how
they're
you
on
got
sale.
your paper distresser
Yes,
hanging there.
I have my distresser on there because I don't want to go anywhere without it. And so in here, I just have, oh, I've got my pencil sharpener. Look, I've got some yellow
tape on that too.
And
Wow.
there's my yellow tape that I don't want to go anywhere without.
So Teresa's yellow tape is on here. It's this from Spellbinders.
Yep.
It's called the best craft tape ever. And you can use it to tape your dies to your paper when you're die cutting. But it's a low tack, so then it peels off and doesn't tear your paper.
And look at
Oh,
everything.
Look at all that. You're very
I've got
organized.
my handlet, my liquid glue, my scissors, my sprayer because I'm always making a mess.
It's got a
Microfiber.
towel.
I've got my water brush and my craft pick. So
Oh my
that's
gosh.
pretty much, I mean, if I'm going somewhere, I need all of this stuff.
I would think too, if you're traveling, like say
Yeah.
you're on an airplane and you might not be able to bring the 9-inch shears from Tim Holtz, but your other little things you can
Right.
slip in here.
I love it, and I
And-
always have it in my bag. It's my to-go bag, and I can fit more stuff in here. Like here's my splat brush. I could probably put that in there. I could probably fit my glitter duster. Could probably go in
She could put more in there.
So yeah, it's a cute little bag. If you don't have one, they're on sale.
So $16.99 and they're 25% off.
Yeah.
That's a Tim Holtz Sizzix product. And it is called the Small Tool Storage Case.
That just rolls off
And
the
you
tongue,
can,
doesn't it?
It does. You could just type in 665440. Teresa, Kathy wants to know, how do you start when you're designing a card? How do you start out?
Well, first I think about what kind of card I'm going to make.
Okay.
So sometimes that puts me in the direction, like if I'm making a thank you card or, you know, what style of card I'm looking for. So obviously, then sometimes I will gather, I kind of do it. Tim recently had some videos where he was making Christmas. And so he gathered all his Christmas stamps and dies. And so sometimes I'll do that. I'll think about, okay, what do I have for birthday, or what do I have for thank you? And I'll just gather some of those. I'll look at what I have on my table. Like when I was making this card, I really wanted to use red, the new lumberjack.
Oh, lumberjack?
But
that's kind of the opposite of red.
I know, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the idea because I have my lumberjack right on my table and I'm like, ooh, red. Nope, I don't want to do red. So I'll just think about that. Think about, you know, maybe something I haven't used in a while. Sometimes I like to get a sketch out or do a challenge to use something that I haven't used in a while. But a lot of times I'll use the new stuff that I have too, because I hate to buy stuff and then not use it.
She also gets assigned things here.
Yeah,
kind of.
Sometimes,
or not really assigned, but we try to figure out what we're going to be doing. Like we're doing shapes.
Yeah, but I said I will do these because I really like these labels. I think they're awesome to label things.
It is. And then sometimes, Teresa, depends if we have a lot of something, right?
Yes, sometimes
at least as far as when she's making cards for Memory Bound and for a video.
But right now, I tell you, these 3 paper packs, I really like the Simple Stories 6x8. They're perfect for cards.
So we've got the Simple Life, Heart Eyes, and Winter Woods are the 3 that she's using right now.
Okay.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
So I've talked about these dies before, that when you first get them, you need to clean them off with some alcohol because there's some sort of film on them that comes in the manufacturer. So that's the first.
My mind went the wrong direction when you were talking about that.
I start with the drink, and so we're talking about all 3 of these. And I bet you that Tim comes out with some more.
I think so. They've been really popular.
Yeah.
Those have been really big sellers.
It's a super fun technique to do and easy. But you do need your archival inks. And we have a variety. There's like 6 different. Is there 6, Kelly, or 7?
I think there's 6 right now.
6. And there should be a 7.
I have 2 boxes, and I'm missing 4 inks. There's one set I don't have.
So this is set number 3, which is a good one to start with if you don't have it, just because black and brown and gray, I think, is a basic.
They're good for stamping, too.
Right. But they do coordinate, like I said with my gentleman card, that they coordinate with his regular colors. So you need to use the archival ink on these because the oxide and the distress ink, they don't stick to the metal. They kind of bubble off.
Bubble up, just like if you were trying to use a regular marker on a piece of plastic and it's not going to dry.
You can do it, but it just doesn't look the same, which has then forced me to buy some
So Teresa's getting some new inks.
I know. So I have 2 tins. I'm probably going to buy 2 more packages of inks and fill my tins.
Oh, is it 3? Does it fill 3 tins?
Well,
do I have 2 tins or 3? I don't know. I have all but 1.
I think you have 3 tins because
we carry
there's
them
4 in a package. Yeah. And I'm missing a color, so I decided to go Roy G. Biv. I did have them in package order, and then it was driving me a little crazy, and so I had to go Roy G. Biv.
Okay.
And we've got the tins for $8.99.
Oh yeah, there's the tins.
I don't know if I said these are $13.99. Yeah.
Okay, so Kimberly wants to know if you can use any archival ink, and that's absolutely.
Yes. Ranger, we have a whole bunch of colors.
We've got the Wendy Vecchi ones and lots of different ones.
Yep.
And then Corrine has a question for you, Teresa.
Yeah.
She said, and it's not weird, Corrine, not weird at all. Do you keep all your stamps in the package they came in, or do you keep them organized by theme, keep like the word together, regardless of brand?
You know,
I'm glad she didn't ask me that question.
I kind of keep them, this is kind of weird, by company. You guys probably won't do that. I have all my Tim Holtz stamps together, except for I do have my Christmas and my Halloween in those, because I have tubs of those, and so I have those in those
separately.
Tubs. Yeah. And then otherwise I kind of have them organized by company, because I know, like, like I have all my photoplay stamps together because I know that I have this little die that I like to cut.
Oh, that you can use for
and
it,
so
yeah.
photoplay has a lot of sentiments, and I like to have, they kind of have all my sentiments together. Oh, Kelly's going to sneeze, I think.
I'm going to try not to.
Yeah.
Mary's asking if alcohol inks would work. And I think they would probably dry on the metal.
I think they would dry. I don't think they would work.
Mary,
because
give it a try.
Mary, your alcohol ink is probably going to stain your metal because that's what they do.
Yeah, you would have to clean it up.
It's going to dry on your metal, and then your metal is going to be the color of the alcohol ink that you put on.
So it's not going to actually transfer to your paper.
Right, no. It'll dry right on there. And you could probably get it off with the blending solution, but...
Oh, and we have that back in stock. So if you were wanting... Sorry, that's a squirrel moment, but we had several back orders that we didn't know we had, so we have a lot.
I'll do this one.
Okay.
All right.
Are you using regular paper here, Teresa?
Yeah, I'm going to just use some regular white cardstock.
So she's going to show us how to actually ink these to get this effect.
What should I use? I'm going to try Salvage Patina. I don't think I've used this one. Oh, the other thing that you need is a brayer. And there's two sizes of brayers. I just have the small one for $9.99. There's a larger one too, but my brayer looks like it's...
Is your brayer dirty, Teresa? Teresa has a dirty brayer.
It's kind of dusty or something. I don't know what happened.
So she's getting the stuff out of her small tool storage case.
I'm just going to spray it and wipe it off a little bit. I don't like that. Did I spray my stuff? Okay. Excuse me. All right, so these little brayers have little feet on them so that it doesn't roll off your table.
Oh, and you can set it down and not get ink on your surface.
Right. So when you're going across your ink, put your feet up, I guess.
Feet up.
And then I'm just inking my brayer, and I'm just rolling to make sure that I get it on all sides of my brayer. Across the entire surface. I don't know if you can see it, but... And then I'm just going to roll across the die. I don't know that you can see it. I'm going to ink a little bit. So the thing is, when you roll across the die, sometimes it'll take the ink off as you brayer.
Oh, so rather than putting it back. So
right.
Should you go one direction? Or?
Well, yes. And you saw me not go one direction.
Yes, we did.
I'm going to go one direction again.
Do what she says, not what she does.
Yeah. All right. Then you're going to take your die very carefully. I'm going to put it onto my cutting mat.
And Teresa's using her sidekick.
I'm using my little sidekick, and we have these in stock right now, and I'm just going to section it onto the mat.
It's a handy small die cutting machine for little things. And it's $40.59. That is the weirdest price, but that's what it is.
Then I'm just going to drop it onto my paper, and I'll get a fresh...
You've got plenty of tape here.
I know.
You don't need a fresh piece.
All right. I'm just going to hold it down and so it doesn't wiggle around.
Because it will smear the ink, I suppose.
Yeah.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah. And I'm just going to run it through, and I don't know why I've just gotten in the habit. I've gotten in the habit of doing it twice just to make sure it gets all the ink off of there. And we'll see what happened.
Oh, that
we
turned
go.
out nice.
It did.
It's a lighter color than it looks on the ink pad.
It's Salvage Patina, so it's a little bit, it's like that rust. You can use it to make a rust color.
Oh, that's right, the patina color.
Right. So I'm just going to show you what Tim has suggested. If you want it a little darker, you can just go over it again.
Oh, this looks tricky.
It is a little tricky, so I've still got my tape on there. So I'm just going to put my...
Thank you for taking this risk with us today, Teresa.
So I got it taped back on there. It'll just fit right back in your die.
Because it's embossing it and inking it at the same time.
Yep.
I think it's really good that how they discover this. Now, your sidekick, you might stick it to a solid surface and not your craft mat.
I know, and they don't. Our tables, it doesn't stick to.
It doesn't?
And I was going the wrong way.
I didn't know it
This
didn't.
surface, it doesn't really stick very well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
My glass mat at home, it sticks
yeah.
fabulous. But like my card table, like when I have this on my card
And
table,
your
I'm
card
watching
table?
TV, it does not stick, and it drives me crazy. I'm like, there, that's a little
yeah.
darker.
Yeah, that
I mean,
definitely added.
I picked a lighter color. I should have maybe used a villainous potion. But
Well, that's
anyhow,
good. I think we can see it. And
Yeah.
you were able to show us the double trick, doing
And
it twice.
you can feel the emboss. I can
me see
feel
if
the
I can-
embossing. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh, Teresa, it looks really good.
And-
We can see it very well.
You know, don't forget to clean off your dye. I just give it a squirt of water and wipe it with my microfiber cloth, because I had an incident where
She had an
there
experience.
was a color on there that I didn't intend to have, and so I had to do it over again. And then I just spray my brayer and wipe it off too, just to
You're
make sure
good
I
about
get-
cleaning stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not that good, but
I don't like brown where it shouldn't be. That's
Yeah.
what always happens. It's always brown.
I guess once you do it, then you kind of learn, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's what I don't want to
Yeah.
do.
But on the heart, you can see that the grain lines are what emboss and have the ink. If you don't put the ink on, you really do not see them that well. So you really need to use it for that.
And that's the wood slice. That's
Yep.
a new release also from Tim. And
Yeah.
it's got the same
And you
technique.
get the alphabets that you can do. Yep. Super cute.
So I think you're right. There's going to be more coming out with that technique.
Yeah, I can't wait
that,
to see what else he comes up with to do that. But genius on the wood slice, I think.
Yeah, it was
But
really
the frames
good.
are fun too.
And you don't have to have an embossing folder because you can just do it with
Right.
in one swoop with your die.
Yep. Yep.
Well, and somebody, I can't remember who it was, said they have the die, but they haven't used it, so they're excited now.
Well,
to
get your
to use-
alcohol first. Clean it
Yeah,
off.
get
You
your
just-
alcohol.
You just have to do it the first time so that it gets the film or whatever from the manufacturing off of there.
So we're talking, and if you don't do it, you'll figure out why it doesn't maybe stick as well
Right.
your ink, and then you're
Yes.
like, oh yeah, forgot the rubbing alcohol. And Teresa, I'm adding rubbing alcohol to it. So okay, so we're shaping up. Teresa, thank you so much. Thanks everyone for joining us on this Monday morning. I think everybody loved your projects, Teresa,
Good.
and our shapes with the vintage labels. And we're going to be back all week with doing all kinds of fun
Yeah.
shape things. So, and Lori, a big shout out to Lori that did linking for us today.
Thanks, Lori.
That was really sweet. Janet will be back tomorrow, and we'll see her then. And in the meantime, everybody get your shapes out and do a little shape up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Teresa.